The fourth race of the Amber Age Racing Series 2015 season would be at Daytona for the Dollar General Daytona 200. AAA pole award this week goes to Tommy Richer in the number 2 for NSC Racing. He leads the field down to the green. Herb Cilantro to his outside. Jared Cash in the 09 running 3rd. Todd Bradshaw 4th. And Mac DiCario, our 2014 champion, starting in the 5th position. Right away, it looks like Jared Cash is going to step to the inside of Tommy Richer's 2 machine, and they're going to go 3 wide for the lead down into turn number 1. 3 wide for the 3rd position as well. And some aggressive racing already in the first couple corners here at Daytona. Mac DiCario would lead the first lap and started 5th and quickly moved his way up to the lead. And he has Tyler DeFrey behind him, Chad Lipinski behind him as well, and Justin Bizzani in the 16 in the 4th position. DiCario continuing to lead down the back straightaway. Jalen Scranton in the 26 won here last season, started way in the back. Remember, he had that photo finish with Josh Mertz in the number 8, who is up in the front of the field, I believe. And that was a great, exciting finish last season, and Scranton's definitely looking to return to form. And he's running very well in the point standings in the top 5 in the number 26, so great on Jalen Scranton this season for turning his career around. Justin Bizzani has taken the lead away from Mac DiCario. It looks like Mike Oppenheimer and Ricardo Blanco, 2 of the Op Inc. teammates, are going to follow suit and maybe look to the lead, but Bizzani looks like he's going to block off both of them. And we heard on the radio Oppenheimer and Blanco not too happy with Bizzani after that one. Here's Sean Glossum, our point leader, running midfield in the number 9 on that middle groove. Very risky situation for him to be in right now, but Glossum, he has had some past success here at Daytona, won here in 2009, and Glossum definitely looking to return to victory lane here. That would be a huge boost for the point leader. His teammate Jimmy Cohone is in the lead right now. He's got Casey Lester in 2nd. Cohone previously took the lead away from Justin Bizzani, another one of the JN teammates. So JN definitely making their presence known in the beginning of this one. They're having a fantastic season. All three of the 4 are in the top 10 in the points, and they are continuing that so far early on at Daytona. As we have our first caution flying on lap 7, Kent Grosso is going to go for a spin, being tapped by Nicholas Hierski, and the 6 car makes a great save, stays off the wall, and Kent Grosso having a dream year for him. He's running in the top 15 in points. Unfortunately for him, gets turned here on lap 7. No damage to the car. He should be able to come in, get some fresh tires, and be back in contention. Speaking of pit stops, here they would come in. We had about 10 cars stay out, as you saw on that outside groove. Jack Walter would be left with the lead because of that, and the 91 would lead the field to the green on lap number 11. Michael Carter dipping to the inside of Greg Sauer early into turn number 1. And another one of those JN cars running in the 2nd position. Jerry Richardson running in 4th. He's getting passed by Grant Jacobs in the 40 car right now, though. So, so quick passing to start off this run. Chad Lipinski in the 18, who has found himself in the top 15 in points, will sneak up into the lead. Chad Lipinski's having a great season so far after a mediocre season last year. Lipinski's looking to add to his 1 win that he had at Boston 2 years ago. So Lipinski having a nice run in the 18. Here's Alex Jace going 4 wide. He gets hooked by Blanco up the track. This is going to throw out the yellow already. We have cars scrambling up on the outside lane, and we have the big one behind him. Cars spinning everywhere. We're going to have to take another look at this one. Looking at Jack Walter, I believe he got the first of this one. See, the 08 merges right up into the 91, and then we just have mayhem ensuing behind them. Cars spinning everywhere. I see DiCario, Lester, Richardson, Bradshaw's around. There's Jared Cash, the 84 of Carson Crumpton. We have 1 car upside down. That's Mario Lancer in the 27. And we just have a mess on the back straightaway. 2 cars were flipping. Let's take another look at this one, looking at Jerry Richardson's 54 machine. As you see, everyone just piling up on the back straightaway. Nowhere for anyone to go. There's the 65 of Juvenile, our pole sitter Tommy Richer in there as well. And we have 2 cars flipping. I can't really get a look at them. We're going to have to take another look at this one. Maybe it was Nate Smith in the 83. Let's look at him. As here he goes. He is right in the thick of things. And he's going to get pushed up the racetrack right there. Upside down was the 27 of Lancer, who's going to flip the 83, a weird angle there, and they go barrel rolling, both of them. Nasty barrel rolls for both of them, the 27 and the 83, landing on their roofs. Let's get a look at Lancer here. As just a pile of, no idea how many cars were involved in this one just yet, but the 27 goes up and over, flips over the 83, over the 81, and they go barrel rolling. The 27, a vicious roll down the back straightaway. No word on any medical conditions so far after this one. Let's take a look on board. Mac DiCario, our 2014 champion, as he gets hooked, spins around. No damage to the 96 just yet. It looks like he'll be able to continue on as he just goes for a spin. But a very big wreck, the biggest we've seen so far this year, as you see both of the barrel rolling cars on that outside. Onboard point leader Sean Glossum, as he sees the smoke up ahead, slows up and gets hit there by Tommy Richer and Jared Cash. Doesn't look like he has too much damage, and then maybe hits the back of the 92 there. We see the barrel rolling cars behind him. Sean Glossum should be able to continue on, although might be hindered a little bit by that damage he got. Taking a look from the helicopter cam. See just everyone, it's just mayhem at the front of the field. Everybody's scrambling, trying not to wreck, and then eventually just all goes to hell as everybody just has nowhere to go. And one more look at this one, looking at Mac DiCario again. This is probably the best view of the wreck. You get a full scope of things here. The 98 is involved, the 34 of Lochner I see. Not really sure who that was. The 83 flipped over. I think it might have been Hierski. But nevertheless, a lot of cars would retire from this one. And under the yellow, Chad Lipinski leads the field down into the pits for service. And it looks like almost everybody's going to come. And a couple cars staying out once again. And we'll see the 44 of Ross Lowry leading the field to the green. And he's been having a solid start of the season, as the 44 has definitely been rejuvenated from last season when Darcy Lusk made just 3 races. So the 44 team definitely looking strong so far this year. Ross Lowry in the 44 has definitely picked up that team and looking like a steal of a contract so far. Here's Mike Oppenheimer for Op Inc. to the inside of the 44 though, and Oppenheimer definitely looking to get a good run here at Daytona. And we've seen Op Inc. at the front all year long. Have not pulled out a win just yet, but it's looking pretty likely here at Daytona. None of their cars were really involved in that big one. So we saw Bradshaw involved. He was the only one who really got decent damage, and he is still continuing on in that number 98. Chad Lipinski back to the lead on the 99 car as we are rounding turn number 2 here on lap 20, and the 18 car takes the lead and clears the 99. Lap 21 now, the 44 of Ross Lowry wants another chance at the lead. He looks to the inside of both of them as we head down into turn number 1, 3 wide for the lead. And it looks like Lowry may get this, although the 18 has some help on the outside groove. Don't think it's going to help because here comes Josh Mertz in the 8, who's been strong here at Daytona in recent years, pushing the 44 to the lead as these guys will continue down the back straightaway. This is the main pack. We have about 3 packs in this one. This is the biggest one. The second one is just slightly smaller, and then the third one is just a couple slow cars. Maybe we run into lap traffic. Not sure just yet. Chad Lipinski and Ricardo Blanco are going to make contact. Down to the inside goes Hendricks. Can he come up and avoid a wreck? The caution is already out. He comes into Michael Carter and takes out Jack Jefferson as well. Michael Carter and Jefferson both taken out by Ted Hendricks as they are stopped on the racetrack. Casey Lester plows into them. Sean Glossum in there as well. And a tough break for these guys as Ted Hendricks just had nothing to do there. Yeah, you see he just has nowhere to go. That 56 up into the field. Luckily didn't take out more cars than it did. But big damage to the 39, the 56, and the 51. And then the 87 has nowhere to go. And he gets taken out in this one as well. Let's get an onboard shot at him. You see he's just going along. Nowhere to go. That smoke just completely blocked his vision. And the Aflac Ford will retire, I believe, in the top 30. As we'd have, obviously, a ton of cars retire from that big wreck. Lap 28. Looks like Chad Lipinski is once again your leader. He's got Todd Kinson, the 82, looking to the inside already. And we got 2 Op Inc. cars, third and fourth, Ricardo Blanco and Jonathan Ringer. I believe Oppenheimer and a couple of the others that were up in the front made pit stops that they needed to do since they stayed out that last caution. Here's Chad Lipinski working his way back up into the lead. Lipinski definitely looking like one of the more solid cars in this one. Here's Mike Oppenheimer. He's looking as one of those contenders as well. He's got his teammate Jonathan Ringer following suit behind him in the Chase Bank Dodge, and they will swiftly go around Todd Kinzen. A long green flag run would be ended on lap 46 when a debris caution flies, as we see the pace car rounding turn number 2 to gather the field for the yellow, and we'd have some pit stops and some strategy under this caution as we see Mike Oppenheimer and Josh Mertz leading the field down into the pits. We see a lot of cars actually staying out, gambling for it, as this one is just under 15 laps to go. Todd Bradshaw would be the leader. Greg Sauer in second, Jerry Richardson 1 lap down. Mike Oppenheimer came out of the pits in third. So these guys would be the ones battling for the lead and the win here with just 10 laps to go, as Bradshaw and Sauer have broken away from the lap traffic. Looks like Oppenheimer and Lowry about to do that as well. And these three, 2 of them did not pit. The 24 and the 98 did not pit, and the 99 is the first one on fresh tires, and he will look to the inside of both of them. Fuel is not an issue for the 24. The 98 had not pit even before this, so it may be an issue for Todd Bradshaw, but the 99 is in the lead now as he goes around the 24 Starbucks Toyota and leads that lap. So Todd Bradshaw may be on short notice on fuel here, but he's running in the 4th position. His teammate Mike Oppenheimer battling for the lead side by side with Greg Sauer, and would eventually take it and then lose it to Brian Hensler in the 10 car, who is having a very strong run. He has been great this season, very unnoticeable, very quiet driver, but he's been quietly having good runs. And the 10 car for Silver Green Motorsports continuing to do very well. Brian Hensler has really stuck with that team, and he's providing them great results. The only one of the Silver Green cars to be very consistent and on a very organized basis for the 10 team, as he continues to have good runs. And another one here at Daytona. Here's Herb Cilantro on lap 54 blowing the engine. He was involved in the big one slightly, and one of the front row starters in this one, Herb Cilantro, will go out on lap 54 due to an engine failure. This would not throw out the yellow, but a tough break for Herb Cilantro, who's had a very harsh start to the season, and he is looking like he will fall out of the top 35 after this one, possibly. Here is the 0 of Jonathan Ringer, looking to return to victory lane after a couple wins last season. Ringer was one of the early season favorites to win the title, and here he is in the lead now as he passes his teammate Oppenheimer. Lap later, Greg Sauer on the 24 has gone to the lead. He's got Chad Lipinski underneath him now as the 18 car slips to the inside, maybe looking for the lead. Doesn't have enough momentum. Sauer will keep the lead and lead the lap. Here comes Greg Sauer to take the white flag, though. He's got a couple cars battling behind him. That's Jates and Oppenheimer. Jates has been pretty quiet this race, although he was a key factor in starting the big one on lap 14. But Sauer holding his own. He's got those 2 battling behind him. Really has no competition right now. Those 2, if they just stay side by side, Sauer should be able to hold on to the lead as we go down the back straightaway, blocking the 99 car. Here they come. Oppenheimer may have cleared the 1 car on the outside, and this one should be a great finish off turn number 4. Greg Sauer holding the lead on Mike Oppenheimer, but off the corner it looks like Sauer slips up just a little bit. Oppenheimer to the inside. Great run for Oppenheimer on the inside. He's got all the help to the line. It's going to be Oppenheimer by a car length as he takes the win at Daytona, his 2nd superspeedway win. He won at Talladega 2 years ago, and Mike Oppenheimer takes the win at Daytona. Great finish as he passes Sauer at the last possible second. And we take a slow motion look at this one. There's the finish. Oppenheimer pulls out the win. Tough break for Sauer, but he'll be very happy with a 2nd place finish. Mike Oppenheimer and the 99 team, congrats to them. There are the winners of the Dollar General 200. Congrats to Mike Oppenheimer. So the final finishing order from Daytona goes like this. Oppenheimer takes the win by 5/1000ths of a second over Greg Sauer. Ross Lowry, great run for him, finishes in the 3rd position. Alex Yates finishes 4th after being quiet all race. Jonathan Ringer finishes 5th, great run for him. Brian Hensler, Mr. Consistency in the number 10 car, finishes 6th. Chad Lipinski finishes in a solid 7th position. Ricardo Blanco 8th. Josh Mertz finishes 9th, and Todd Kinsen, who was at the front for a little bit of the race, finishes in the 10th position. Now to our standings, we see Todd Bradshaw has taken the point lead away from Sean Glossum in the number 9. 3-point advantage for him. However, it's very tight all the way down to 10th, even further, as Sean Glossum is 2nd. Jalen Scranton is in 3rd. He stays there. Jimmy Cohon moves up to 4th. Mac DeCario, looking to repeat, he is running in the 5th position in the standings. That is not a good sight for the rest of the field, as they don't want him back up at the front. He is going to be a driver to look out for once again this season. Justin Bazzani is 6th in the point standings. Ross Lowry moves up to 7th. Nate Smith 8th. Mike Oppenheimer moves up to 9th. And then Chad Lipinski will round out the top 10 in points from Daytona. Next week, we head to South Boston for the Verizon 250. Should be a fantastic race on the very small short track, shortest track of the year, and should be a good one. It always is.